Hello, hola. Welcome back to Color and Canvas. Today I'm going to be doing kind of a variation on a Dutch pour, and I call this an explosion pour, and you're going to find out why I call it that in just a second. Let me talk to you about what we're using. I have a turntable. We are not going to be spinning this, and you don't have to have a turntable for this technique, but I prefer to use one. I have a 9x12 canvas. I have an assortment of acrylic paints. These are all custom blended colors. I couldn't possibly tell you what they are because I don't even know at this point, but a lot of different blues put together, some white, some silver. So I basically have a really dark blue color and a kind of a medium light blue. And then when I was custom mixing those colors, I kind of have this periwinkle thing that came out, and there was a little bit left in the cup, so I'm going to use that also. And all of these paints are mixed with my pouring medium, which is about 50% Floetrol, 30% Gluol, and 20% water. And they're mixed all to a medium consistency, with the exception of the paints that we're using for the explosion. These two are Amsterdam Oxide Black and Deco Art 24 Karat Gold. I have mixed both of these with a little bit of Floetrol. So for the Amsterdam, about 1 part paint to 1 part Floetrol, and then about another half to 1 part of water. I don't really measure. I just keep adding a little bit of water at a time until it gets super thin, just like that. And the same with the 24 karat gold, except I mixed about 1 part paint to 2 parts Floetrol, and then I started adding the water to get to the super thin consistency. So I'm just going to set these aside over here until we need to use them, and we'll get to doing our base coat. I don't have a real plan for this base coat, and it's going to kind of be random. I am just going to put these paints down in no particular order and no particular pattern, and then we're going to spread them out to make our base coat. All right, so we kind of have the base down, but this isn't all of it. We need a lot more paint. So now I'm going to add the rest of the colors to it. But we have enough paint here that it's going to flow really nice once we do the center part. Okay, I'm going to use our silvers and our blues, maybe a little bit of white. Actually, I will put in a bit of white. I'm going to put in like a circle of white throughout, just so we have something to work with when the colors are moving around over top of each other. I'm going to put in some silver. And our blues. And this dark blue is super dark. We have a really, really dark blue going here. And I'm going to put a lot in the middle, and you'll see why in just a second. So now we have about twice as much paint as we had a second ago, and that's really good. I'm going to add a bit more of our light blue around the edges, just so we have enough paint to move around. Yeah, I think we're going to start with this. We're going to start with this and see how we do. Usually this technique requires 2 passes, 1, 2. So if it doesn't work out great on the first pass, don't be shocked, don't be surprised, because I won't be. I'm actually expecting to do all of this twice. So if it works great on the first pass, then a bonus for us, we save some paint. And if it doesn't, we're going to go again as planned. So I'm pouring a little bullseye of paint. I'm going to go black, gold. We're going to go black, gold, and black. And I might do just a little extra, yeah, you know, one more little black, one more little gold, one more little black. And you can see how thin those are. They are actually moving around the canvas because they are so thin. I'm going to tilt that back to the middle before we start. So I have my little magic hairdryer. I call it the magic hairdryer because this particular one behaves so differently than the others do. I'm going to blow the paint straight down in the middle without blowing it out. I've taken the concentrator tip off. Here we go. And then I'm going to turn it off. I'm going to get out the concentrator and blow the paint out to the edges. And this is where the turntable comes in handy because you can move it and you don't have to keep moving the hairdryer. So here we go. All right, so phase one. Just as we expected, it's not quite perfect, and there's not quite enough paint moving. So we're going to go now into phase two. Phase two, we're going to be adding more color and more black and more gold. That is all. That's all we're going to do. Just what we already did, just over again. better. That's different. Bit of a straight line in the middle that's kind of throwing me off. I'm going to think about that for a sec. I'm going to touch up these edges first. Let's get these edges done first. I want to blow all the paint over these corners well. Our black is blended, and now I get to decide if I want to change this. I think I do. I think I need to change this. I realized that it looked like it was done, but it wasn't done to me. As I always say, you're the artist, you get to decide when it's done. This wasn't done. I need to work on this a little bit more. I think that's good. Some of our undiluted 24 karat gold. Our thinned black, our thinned gold. And our thinned black again. Last try. Well, that's extremely different. I like it. It's different, but I like it. I know that I should blow that part out, but I don't know if I want to. Because I really like the way that that part looks. I could leave it. I could. Or I could add some gold. I'm going to do that. I'm going to balance it out by adding, rather than blowing this part off because it looks wicked, we will just kind of balance out by adding a little bit to this side. Okay, I think it's done. And I'm going to turn it around so you guys can see what I see. Do you not see two eyes and a mouth right there? Because I sure do. I really kind of love the way the middle is. And even though we originally were hoping it would be round, I just think it has so much more personality with kind of this straight line thing going, so I'm happy with it. This part I'm still, I might do this. I'm gonna do that. I need to break up a little bit of that straight line. I think it's better broken up. Maybe even blow it out a bit with the straw. Yes, yes, that's better. That's good. That's better. It was driving me nuts. I wanted to leave it, I couldn't do it. Okay, that's better. All right, so we're done. I am not touching it anymore. We've done all the little touch-ups at the edges. The gold is looking good. We still have our little angry blue ostrich in the middle. That's what I see anyways. I don't know what you see, maybe something more fun. But isn't that the absolute joy of abstract and fluid art, is that there's just so much to look at. It's a feast for the eyes. Anyways, go paint something beautiful for yourself. Make some art. Have a, really fun time while you're doing it too. And have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.